Hey Stampers, it's Lisa Marie again, and I'm here with the final project for the monthly stamp club for November 2020. I saved this one for last. I think it's actually the first one in your packet, but I decided to do it for last because I didn't want it to overwhelm you and like freak you out, because it is a little tricky, but when you have the directions, there's just no good way to write them. You need the visual is so important. So I'm going to show you, we're going to put it together first. Okay. You have all the bits and pieces, and then I'm going to show you how we cut it, because you see, we've already done this part for you. So that's the card, and it's going to go. So when you, yes, this guy's going to get pinched up, and see how this, it makes like that L, or I don't know, Mountain Valley. I don't know what it's called. So anyways, it's going to look like this. So once you get that, you want to make sure you burnish all those edges really good, because it'll just make it sit nicer. If you have any little extra score lines left behind, it's just because I went crazy, and you won't even see them because they're going to get covered up. So you have these beautiful, the poinsettia vellum paper is going to sit in these spots. We've already cut them, all perfect for you. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those on. And it's a little waxy, so make sure you use a good adhesive that's going to hold it. And you're going to go about there. I think I got it. My old eyes. And then we're going to do, let's see, if I remember correctly, some of these like probably match up. Let's see if these two, oop, I think they do. Not that it matters, you're never going to know, but my brain likes to know that it matches up. So I'm going to stick this guy in here. Oops, 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 she's a little crooked. Hang on. Let's see if we got time to pull him up. We do, because it's waxy. It's going to give me a little bit of forgiveness. Let me pull him up a little bit. Get him back where he belongs. There we go. And then we're going to put glue on this one. I actually kind of like opening it up like that, and you want to pay attention to how you have that lined up over there so you get them pretty similar. Ta-da! This guy goes up. So there it is. It looks like that. And I've already done, where's my picture? I've already done everything else. Look at, here's my word. Is this it? I don't, yeah, that's it. I think so. So he's going to get pop dotted on. And actually I think I'm going to make a longer one. I don't like how short he is. I would do him longer. So we're going to pull this guy in and grab my trimmer. And like how short he was. There we go. And probably center him, but I like to snip the corner off like that. And you can do both if you want. So that it's like that. Or, I mean, you could totally make it the length. You have that scrappy piece that I gave you. You know, that quarter sheet of vanilla. So you can cut it however you want, stamp whatever sentiment you want on there. You could measure this and cut it exactly so that it fits perfect. You could stamp right on it if you wanted to. I'm gonna stick you right here. I want him kind of centered. Because I didn't make mine as the same width. There we go. All right. Then you have watched me put enough poinsettias together, so I did these. In the picture, you'll notice that they were stamped because there was a stamp in this bundle that you could stamp them with, and instead we just did the embossing for you. So if you have some Blushing Bride ink, you could sponge the edges if you wanted to, but I just built it, and I've got dimensionals back here. Oops, I picked up my card, didn't I? There it is. And then it's gonna come and sit on here. Oh, it's so pretty. This is like my favorite. Isn't that just gorgeous? I even think he's gonna get another one because he deserves it. We're gonna do this. Oops, he's gonna come right in here. I'm gonna peel these guys off. And he's gonna send you a couple more of these dudes. I don't want him to be wobbly. Nothing worse than a wobbly poinsettia, right? And then just think about how you want him to sit. And I'm going to put him up here. Ta-da! It's so pretty. I want him to turn a little bit more. I didn't like him. I need to move him just a little bit. You get back on there. There. I wanted him like that. All right, and then it sits. Can you see that? Let me see if I can. Isn't that just beautiful? You could stamp on the inside. You can write on the inside. You can put a little message in there. It will fit in a regular envelope. The ones that we gave you, where are they? Here they are. See, it fits in there perfectly. Yay. So there you go. And you can decorate your envelopes if you want to match everything that we've done. But that is the final one. And I just think it's just stunning. And I can envision it in so many ways. You could use some of your paper. So if you want to recreate this, you can use some of the paper, the DSP that you got, because you got a half a package, which is a ton of paper. So, and recreate it and make it and make the poinsettias. You could cut the poinsettias out of the paper like we did on the other card earlier. So, out of this piece. So if you don't have the stamps and the dies, you could totally still do it. So, all right, this is a process. So I'm gonna try to get it right. So we're gonna start with 4 1/4 by 11. So we're gonna cut this guy at 4 1/4 because we're 11 this way. So I've got 2 tries. And then it says we're going to score it at 6 1/2. So I'm gonna pull out that arm because my desk is a mess. All these things are happening. Let's see, we're gonna do 6 1/2 right there with the score blade, not the cutting blade. And yeah, he'll be fine. I'm gonna close him up for a minute. And then it says from the bottom, measure up 1 inch on both sides and score just 1 inch in. Okay, so what it means, so you have a short end and a long end. We're gonna work on this long end right here, okay? And we are going to measure up 1 inch on both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it this way and we're gonna go like that. And we're gonna go, because are we cutting? The bottom, measure up both sides and score 1 inch. Oh, this way. Sorry, this way. I'm gonna go this way and set it on the 1 inch. And then see how there's a 1 inch right here? So we're gonna score loop, like that. So you see that? And then we're gonna come down, or we're gonna flip them around and do 1 inch again and do the exact same thing. We're gonna come to the 1 inch mark. And so this little notch, if you have our paper trimmer, is where it's at. So if you line it up with the 1, that's where you're gonna end up. And then you're gonna move this again to 2 inches. Can you move it up 1 inch? Let me read it so that I can see how it says. On both sides and score just 1 inch in towards the middle. From the bottom up 1 inch on both sides. I know we did it twice. Cut 2 pieces. All right, so we're gonna do it again. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn it so that I don't totally confuse you. Oops, actually, we got to go this way. I'm coming on the bottom to 2 inches. You probably can barely see me, but we're going to go with it, okay? And we're going to do, we're going to go here, right? Yeah. It's just 1 inch. So it's going to look like that. Mine's a little crooked, I think. Then it says, cut from the 6 1/2 inch score line, which is this guy, down to the 1 inch score on both sides. This is the 1 inch score. This is a 2 inch score. Okay, so we're going to put this up here. Trying to think how we did it. So we're going to bring this up here. We're going to turn it because that's in my way. We're going to bring this in here and we have to go 6 1/2 line to the 1 inch score. We're going to go in 1 inch again. Okay, so we're sitting our paper here. We're at the 1 inch line. We're coming up to the 6 1/2, the score line, which is here, and setting our blade down. And we're going to take it to the 1 inch. There it is. Okay, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to flip it over so I don't have to keep putting it down where you can't see it. Down to the 1 inch line, and we got it. So it now looks like this. Ta-da! And then like the video is going to be the directions. It's just so hard. Then you make all your stuff. La 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 la. There's another score line we're missing. So I didn't write these, and I'm thinking we're missing a spot. So then we're also going to take and turn this guy, this side, into the 1 inch line. So he's sitting on the 1 inch, and we're gonna score just this guy in the middle. So let me double check. I just glued him too. Yeah, he's 1 inch, right? Yep, 1 inch. So we're gonna go from the 1 down like that. Yep, so that's scored, because we need him to fold like that. And then these guys are gonna go like this, so that then you have your card. Ta-da! I'm gonna do it one more time because I was confused and I don't want to have you confused. So we're gonna start off with, you've got your 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score it at 6 1/2, like so. Close up that arm because we don't need it anymore. And then we're gonna go on the long side, going this way. You're gonna set it on the 1 inch line. Yeah, there is a direction missing out of there. I apologize. And we're going to come from the top here, and you're gonna stop at the 1, like that. And then we'll flip it. I have to bring it down here because otherwise my brain hurts. And we can go this way. Flip it around this way, because with our trimmer you can use both sides. So we're gonna set it at the 1 inch again, and we're gonna come down to the 1 again. And see, I went a little past, that's okay. Now we're gonna take it to the 2, because we need 2 of these lines, and only to the 1 when you go here. So just this end is on the 2. And then we're gonna flip him around. Oh, that's the one that doesn't work. We're gonna flip him over to the 2 and take him down to the 1. Okay, so it looks like that. And then we are going to go this way, and we're gonna get the cutting blade. And we're gonna line it up at the 1 on this right-hand side. And we're going to come from the 6 1/2 mark, which is right there. And we're going to cut down to the 1 inch. I like to hold it in place and lift up and make sure I got it all the way down, because if you don't, it'll make the folds funny. So there's that one. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip him over and do same thing to the 1 inch line. I could totally do it this way, like this, 1 inch line. Oops, we can go from the 1. We can go from the 1 all the way up to 6 1/2, which is where the score line is. Voila! And then remember, we got to put that little score right here. So we're going to put the score line on the 1 inch mark and slide it up. And I know that this is my 1 inch line here. And we're going to score from 1 inch to 3, I think it's 3 1/4. We'll look at it in just a second. Pretty sure. Yeah. So there we go. So you're going to fold. You're going to fold these guys down so that they go like that. Pinch that guy, and ta-da! Lord, I hope that makes sense. It took me a while to figure it out, but you get there, and then you have this gorgeous card. Isn't that just pretty? Ugh. Do I need to do it one more time, do you think? Do you need one more? I'm gonna do one more because I'm just so worried. I don't want you guys to be wondering how to do it. I'm gonna use a lighter piece of paper this time. So I'm gonna cut it at 4 1/4. I highly recommend the thick cardstock like what we sent you for doing this, because it'll just hold up to the weight of that flour and everything. So now we're gonna score it at 6 1/2. Whoop. And then remember, on the long side, we're gonna push it into the 1 over here, and we're gonna score 1 inch in. And then we are going to turn him around, so that guy's on the bottom, set him on the 1, and score him into 1 inch again, and then go to 2 inches and score into 1 inch. We're gonna flip him over because we have 2 here and only 1 there. And we're going to line it up at the 2 and score into the 1, like so. Look, I don't even have to look at the directions now. That's because I've done it so many times. Then I'm going to grab my scoring blade. I'm going to set it at 6 1/2 because I like to start there. So this edge is going to go to the 1. Everything is about 1. And then we're going to cut from 6 1/2 down to the 1. Make sure we got it. I got a little teeny tiny bit. There we go. And then we're gonna flip him over. Oh no, we can go this way. Like so. He should be sitting on the 1 already, all the way to the 6.5. Let's go back down there. I need a little bit more. Ta-da! I want a little pass, but you'll never know. Then we're gonna score this little dude. So we're gonna set this at the 1, and then I like to slide it up because I don't want it wiggling. And then we're gonna go from the 1 to the 3 1/4. You're only scoring that guy. So then you're gonna fold. He's gonna pop. These guys are gonna go like this. And now you have your step card. There you go. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this month. I'm super excited about next month. I didn't bring my flyer in here, I don't think. There's one in your bag though. Let me see if I have one over here. I bet I do. Look, I have somebody's kit still sitting here that I haven't sealed because they're coming to pick it up. So in your bag, you also had the little flyer that just reminds you how everything works. I've sent you the PDF already. I'm going to send you the videos in just a second. Your little punch card, make sure you're writing in the dates, the months that you do it, because if you do 6 consecutive months, you're going to get $25 free from me in product. And then there's the little sneak peek of next month. And we did a 5th project again because 2020 has been hard and you guys have jumped right in and you're helping me out starting this new program and you're trusting me to bring you some beautiful cards, but all of these are going to be fun folds. And this one, which one is he? This one is a shaker card. It's really cool. So anyway, so you guys, thank you so very much for trusting me. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you ever have any suggestions or there's something you'd like to see done as a club, I'd be happy to take a look at that and see if we can make it work. I know that we're probably planning, like January is probably gonna be like birthday cards because we got to get ready for the new year and get our birthday cards going. So anyway, you guys, thank you again so very much. If you need anything, you let me know and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.